Yes. In fact, we're getting more news regarding the Russian delegation as well now. They've also arrived for the talks with Ukraine. Remember, Russian and Ukrainian officials are due to sit down in the Turkish city of Istanbul for their second round of direct talks since 2022, which is slated to kickstart soon. Wing Commander Satinder Duggal is with us live. Wing Commander Duggal, what kind of shadow has been cast by this attack over these talks? The second direct Russia-Ukraine talks on the cards. The Ukrainian delegation has arrived earlier. Now the Russian delegation also arriving. We are getting these pictures coming in on our screens.
It has been most unpredictable sort of events which have unfolded. Let's go back in history in time when the war started. It seemed to one and all, almost everybody thought that the Russians are going to run over Ukraine in a couple of days. Then it says a couple of weeks. Then it says few months, few fortnights. And see how it has unfolded over 3 years. People were surprised. In fact, people were not very keen to give marks to Ukraine to sustain for so long, with Ukrainian president, appearing on and off the field and on and off his office, on and off his diplomatic connections and all that. Nobody in the world, I am sure, nobody in the world gave any chance to Ukraine to survive for so long. What I mean to say here is, talks or otherwise, it has been a seesaw battle. It has been a seesaw battle, and every time we have been thinking, our perception has been created by the numbers of the attacks and the casualties and the events unfolded over a period of time and the diplomatic connections, that Russians have an edge. But see how Ukraine has not only survived, but it has survived and it has damaged Russia. And rather than becoming, I may have liberty to call it as a ego issue has been hurt. Ego has been hurt of Putin, and now he has taken it as a personal war over a period of time, last about 2.5 years approximately. So it is a seesaw battle. Now you're talking about the talks or no talks. You can see, if I remember correctly, there have been about more than 75 high-level talks on both the sides and involving both the sides and mutual sides. Every bloc in the world, every bloc worth the name in the world has been involved in trying to counsel them, or maybe advise them, or some people slightly they help them off, whatever it is. So I don't think that things are end is in sight. I am really worried. My personal perception of the research that I have been doing over a period of time about the behavioral aspect of the military leadership when they are hurt badly, how they behave. If you go back in history and see, then the strategic moves are more personality oriented than the personality and oriented, aiming to their achievement of the personal goals rather than the goals of the world or the goals of the country. So, but the path is going to be pretty difficult and pretty dangerous also, if I may be allowed to call that. So we need to be very careful. Yeah, talks will go on, backdoor operations will go on, backdoor other talks will go on, all those issues will go on. And one more thing I want to confess to myself. I want to confess to myself and make it public that the mature leadership over a period of time of some of the countries.
In fact, Ukrainian President Vladimir